Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum and good morning to everyone. First of all, thank you, Dr. Firdolf, for giving us this opportunity to present topic 7, ideology and current issue. We are from Group 8. Okay, before that, I want to introduce my group members. I'm Nurfadila binti Ramli. The next one is Santia, anak perempuan Balakrishnan. And the last one is Srinisha. Okay, what is ideology? Ideology is the combination of two Greek words. Ideo means idea, logo means science, means that science of ideas. Okay, ideology is set of belief, ideas, and value which direct one goals. Okay, from Hinward 2002, info that ideology is an interrelated set of ideas that in some way guides or inspire political actions. From Debson 1992, ideology is a reasonably coherent structure of thought shared by a group of people. It is a means of explaining how society works and explaining how it ought to work. Okay, the next one is differences, theory, and ideologies. Okay, ideology refer to the collection of belief that an individual has about the world, while a theory refer to an idea or explanations of how something exists as it does it in the world. Example is you can see here theory, conditional, negotiated understanding, but an ideology is offer absolute certainty. For the others, you all can read on your own. Okay, this one is a type of ideologies: modernism, postmodernism, and relativism. Okay, the next one is timeline. The first one is from medieval, like church or religions. The next one is modernism, secularism, humanism, and liberalism. The last one is postmodernism, relativism, subjectivism, and skepticism. Okay, this one is defining modernism and postmodernism. We have six defining what is real, metaphysics, pre-modernism, modernism, and postmodernism. Like metaphysics is realism, supernaturalism, realism, naturalism, and anti-realism. So we have six defining. The last one is when and where. Medieval, like I said before, church or religion, and modernism in light entertainment, current science, business, technology, and field. And the last one is current humanities and related professions, is like it's postmodernism.
From modernity to postmodernity, which was in the modern age, there were production, community life, social class, family, a belief in community and situation, a role of education, a one-way media, overhead social control, nationalhood, science, Asian, progress, and finding the truth. For the postmodern age, which was consumption, individualism, identify from the sources, families, breakage with the past and tradition, education for what, duality to media, which was choice and interchance, convert, control, CCTV, etc. Global science is only one source of knowledge, which was plurality of truths now. And for the key features of postmodernism is truth is relative, consummation is all, transformations of all the self, and uncertainty, fragmentation, instant choice, globalization, the impact of ICT in the social life. Modernization world, which Karl Popper has been mentioned that about the tolerance, which is unlimited tolerance must lead to the disappearance of tolerance. If we extend the unlimited tolerance even to those who are intolerant, if we are not prepared to defend a tolerant society against the onslaught of the intolerance, then the tolerance will be destroyed and tolerance with them. And the second one is by Immanuel Kant, which was have been mentioned that science is organized knowledge, wisdom, organized life. And the third is Bertrand Russell, which was religion is something left over from the infancy of our intelligence. It will fade away as we adopt reason and science as a guideline. We have been mentioned about the religion. In postmodernism world, that Thomas Kuhn has been mentioned about science that not developed by the accumulation of individual discoveries and invention, and he has been mentioned on 1922 to 1996. And the next is Marilyn Ferguson. she has been mentioned that as Thomas Kahn pointed out into the structure of scientific relation, new scientific theory in any field are regret to the skeptics because scientists become attached to the old beliefs earlier in the career. And the third is Frederick. He has been mentioned that the individual within the collective is near or hardly ever prevailing thought sign, which almost always expert in observative complex force born is thinking and which was not possible to be an variance. This is a modern and postmodern genes which was according to SD 2012 postmodernism different from a modernism in that it refused to be the container or government by the laws and ethics. The main reason behind the postmodernization are tired of tradition and went to venture in commercials, arts and design free from rules and judgment. The modern was the plain jeans and postmodern was a ripped jeans. This is the simplest way to understand which was pre-modern, modern and post-modern. Pre-modern is because God put it there and that's the way it always been. For modern, it's onward and upward. It's like a progress on a product. And the postmodern, it was like after created everything and then they will be like revealing about the product.
Good morning. I'm Srinisha and I'll be explaining about theory of relativism. Relativism theory is a theory that rejects objective truth. Relativism assumes that truth can be viewed from different angles. For example, we can accept A is a right theory, and from another angle, we can also accept B, a theory that shares the same quality. Therefore, if we assume that truth is not absolute, this means that we are able to accept differing opinions on the grounds that there is no absolute truth. And there are many other ways to understand truth. Postmodernism rejects universal moral and spiritual values and accepts the relativity of all values in all areas. Therefore, no specific value preferences exist in postmodernism. Before furthering our discussion in theory of relativism, let's ask ourselves, is everything relative? Well, there are three: subjective relativism, cultural relativism, and moral objectivism. Under subjective relativism, the view that right action are those sanctioned by a person. Under cultural relativism, it's defined as the view that right are those sanctioned by one's culture. Moral objectivism is the view that there are moral norms or principles that are valid or true for everyone. Many well known people have given their insight about relativism, such as Socrates and Ben Shapiro. For instance, Socrates mentioned that a system of morality which is based on relative emotional value is a mere illusion, a thoroughly vulgar conception which has nothing sound in it and nothing true. Is relativism. Moving forward, the cultural contradiction of capitalism, there are three: arts and culture, technology and economy, and politics and administration. If we have noticed back then, the age of radio were modernism, and then we developed into the age of television, which is known as postmodernism, and currently we are living in meta-modernism, where it is the age of internet. How would our society looks like as we move forward from modernism to postmodernism and metamodernism? In postmodern relativism, the perspective of religion and tradition. Let's look into it. For Muslims, there are several fundamental beliefs that are truly accepted and cannot be questioned or rejected. For instance, as eating non-halal foods. Truth is perceived as absolute truth is also another example. The faith in God is an absolute belief that cannot be questioned. Relativism can lead to a series of serious contradictions. The ideology of relativism denies the absolute of existence or truth. It becomes a challenge
to religious belief as religions are dogmatic. Relativism is rejected from the religious perspective because a belief cannot be questioned or challenged. From the perspective of any religion, relativism is not accepted. It is not accepted because it raises religious doubt. So, for instance, for Muslim, they have their own beliefs as I said, they are not allowed to eat non-halal items, and it brings bad omen. But relativism fights the religious belief as it goes against existence of truth. Other than that, implication of postmodernism in life, how it applies to current issues and trends. Postmodern relativism, life without absolute truth. The challenges faced by society, locally and globally, stemming from the theory of relativism which denies absolute truth. In contrast, subjectivity based on one's just judgment is preferred. Let's look further into current issues and trends that involve postmodernism. In this, I have used The Truman Show as an example. Unlike Blade Runner, the film that challenges our ideas of what's real by telling the story of a man slowly realizing he's part of a TV show. The Truman Show, throughout his life, up until this point, he has existed in a state of hyper reality. Everything in his life was so meticulously crafted, he couldn't tell the difference between reality and facts. And it all comes down to one idea, challenging the audience expectation. For instance, like Blade Runner, it challenges what it means to be a human. Scream challenges what you should expect from a horror movie and points out how stagnant the genre has become. The Truman Show challenges us what it means to live. That's how postmodernism works. That's all from us. Let's further the presentation into quiz section. Thank you.